Hey guys, just made it home. Got a tournament coming up tomorrow, the Yamasaki Open. So just really looking forward to that. It was a little impromptu. I wasn't really considering like competing just yet because World Championship a few weeks ago. But sometimes things happen and you just gotta go for it. That's why it's really important you always have some type of conditioning and not just get too fat or get too out of shape. So yeah, I'm really ready to go out there. I don't have a lot of matches, but you just never know. Even if the person you're competing against isn't well known, doesn't mean that they're not good, that they're not technical or not dangerous. So I always just go and try and do my best, try to bring my A game and try to bring it. So this week I got some footage for you guys, but I mostly just wanted to talk about just a few things, but mostly I wanted to talk about just setting goals while you're training. So that's something that I experience a lot with like all belt levels really, even black belt, but specifically guys starting out white and blue belts. A lot of times they'll ask me like, "Hey, what should I be working on, or what do I do? Like what should I do?" So in jiu-jitsu, a lot of it is like you gotta self-study and you gotta do a lot of thinking. I can help you as much as I can try to help you as much as I can, but at the end of the day, you gotta go and put in work, and you have to discover what your game is. You have to figure out what techniques work best for you and your body type. So going back to goals, when you're training, you should always have some type of goal in mind. Okay, you don't want to just aimlessly train and well, sometimes you're stressed from work or relationships, and then it's okay to like go burn some energy. But if you're looking to get better, you want to improve in your technique. You want to have some goals in mind when you're training. For instance, you want to work on your passing, so your goal should be to work on your passing in all your training sessions. Every time you roll, like you want to start on top, or fight for the top position. Or say you want to work on your guard, recomposing, like so your goal should be to not get passed or to really fight and not give up when someone's passing or putting a lot of pressure on you. Um, so that goal setting is really important. When you go to the academy, again, everyone's different. You need to have your own individual goals that you're looking to achieve, that you're working towards. And like any goals, it may not happen overnight. It may take a few weeks, may take a few months, maybe a few years. I like to think of like say like Lucas Lepre, like he won the world championships his first year black belt, which is amazing, but he didn't win another black belt world title for another 7 years. So I'm sure in his head he was had the goal of winning again. Well, he's already won multiple times, but he had that goal during that time period where he wasn't winning, but of doing repeating his success. So he had that goal of becoming a multiple time world champion. So you always need some goals to work towards, and this goes specifically for jiu-jitsu, but in life too, have some goals that you want to achieve, be it in your career, or whatever outlet you have. That's something I see a lot of guys, they're kind of missing. They just go and train and they're just going through the motions. So guys, if you really want to get better, really improve your techniques, really improve your success in tournaments, you got to have some goals. So it's really important, especially like say after a big tournament like the Worlds, like specifically for myself, I took some time off and I want to reevaluate my goals. Like, what do I want to accomplish in the next 6 months or next year? So again, for me, that meant like, looking at my training, like how do I want to train? What techniques I want to work on, like my conditioning. Do I want to lift? Do I want to do something else? So you gotta take time. It's not exciting or fun, but you gotta sit down and maybe even write down your goals, and that's gonna make it solidify. Um, not just in your head, but like on paper or on your phone or your computer. Just have some goals that you can kind of reference. And of course, life happens, but being able to adapt once you have your goals already down, you're just going to be even more effective, more efficient. Versus if you you kind of forget, oh yeah, I wanted to do that, but I forgot. If you forget your goals, it's not going to help you. And so that goes back to your training. Whenever you go to train, you should have some type of goal in mind. Okay, don't just go and flow all the time. Try to work on your weaknesses. Work on that guard that's been giving you a hard time, or work on your passing that you've been kind of slacking on, or maybe hey, throw some takedowns into the mix, because that's something jiu-jitsu folks we kind of slack on, but it's really important. Um, so yeah, also I want to give a shout out to my good friend Charles Kill back in Atlanta. He's gonna get his black belt finally. So a lot of you guys, if from Atlanta, you guys probably know Charles from the Lynx Barbell Company, but Charles is a really good brown belt. He used to train in Maryland, I think, with either Lloyd or I think he trained with Lloyd uh, for a little bit, and then he came down to Atlanta, and he was actually training at my old academy, 4.0 Jiu Jitsu, which I need to do a video on eventually. But man, he was such a big help and really big influence, and not just my jiu-jitsu, but in my business life and learning. Man, he's awesome. So Charles, I just want to say congratulations. The black belt is a really big step. That's the goal for a lot of people. Hint goal for a lot of people. So man, you worked really hard. I think you spent 5 or 6 years at brown belt. So man, it's I've been there too, my friend. So with the black belt, I think one thing I think that will really help you, that I wish someone told me at the time, was that you get your black belt and you think everybody's gonna respect you, and hey man, they're gonna when you're rolling, they're gonna have more respect for you. But that ain't right. That ain't true at all. Because all the lower belts, they have nothing to lose when they go against a black belt. Some people will be respectful, but the majority of people are just gonna try and take your head off. So that's good in that it pushes you to keep your blade sharp, keep your technique sharp, because you gotta fight to stay on top, man. Those lower belts are always hungry. They wanna tap out the black belt. They want to beat the black belt. So you just gotta keep training hard and stay on top and keep working your techniques, and take this time to reevaluate your game and kind of go back through your technique and your whole game, and kind of see what you can strengthen and what maybe is not as useful. And it's going to take a while. I think black belt, there's really no ceiling on the level of black belt. Just however far you want to take it, that's how it is, and you just gotta enjoy it, enjoy the belt, and just really grow into it, and just realize you're gonna be in that belt for a long time, my friend. The next belt is what, red and black, and man, that's 30 plus years at black belt. So no rush. Again, Charles, thank you so much for all your help throughout the years. Good luck. So I'm gonna have some footage of the Yamasaki Open tomorrow. So I'm a little tired if you guys can't tell. So see you guys soon. Peace.
Look these two guys. Look these two guys.
Tom, let me see your hat. Turn around for a bit. There you go. I love that hat.
Wait, no.
I love that hat.
Better?
Yeah, it's good.
You look like a French.
Fuck you. What do you? I think he.
Timmy did really well. Really well.
Yeah. When you went up
Hey guys, so just got done competing at the Yamasaki Open. Unfortunately, I only had two matches, so I had to fight the same guy, but he was really tough. I actually went up to 100 kilos, so my normal weight class is 82, so went up a little bit. The match was really good. The first match, it doesn't matter how good you get, like you're always gonna feel some nerves, especially when you don't know the opponent. There's no footage on the person, so you just got to go out there and just believe. And then the first match was a little, it was pretty tough, and it took me a while to get my groove, but I was able to come out on top. And then, so we ended up fighting again in open class after the weight class final. So open class, I knew like right from the start that when someone loses, and they get a chance to fight you again, it doesn't matter who they are, man. They're gonna go even harder. So for me, that really kind of pushed me to want to do even better than I did previously. So I was able to win again. Thank God. Thanks gods. Uh, but it's just really important that when you're going into these matches, you just go one match at a time. Don't worry about the final. Don't worry about anything else. Don't let anyone throw you off. Don't let any of those mind games or anything like that kind of get to you. Just focus on your match. Make sure you feel good. Make sure you get a great warm up in, and you're flexible. And you just got to go for it, man. Got to go for it and just believe in your training. Don't do anything too crazy that you haven't done before. I saw some white belts working some warm guards, so I was like, man, maybe do some more basic techniques. Um, so yeah, I had a great time. Everyone's doing really well from Team Valhalla. Everybody's killing it, and they're just doing what we do in training, and that's the key. Just do what you do in your training. Try to replicate how you feel when you're training. Okay, as far as like your heart rate, your water, and everything else like that. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.